table. We can also chill on the roof. And on the roof there is a view to the lake. It's a little dark right now, but look how cute the little living room. I have a little office. Our own little kitchen.
So cute.
It is. Look at this door. Oh wow, no me había fijado, qué linda. And our room. Yes, so happy. Here in San Marcos for a whole month for work. And it's David's first time in Guatemala, so we're really excited. I'm so happy that he could come with me for this trip. Okay, it's been a long journey. We're both exhausted, but we're gonna pop out and buy some vegetables and things just to have for later. This is the main street in San Marcos, which is straight from the dock. And it's known as Hippie Highway. And there are no vehicles allowed in this street, in this area. This is Las Pirámides del Ca, which is a metaphysics center where you can join in for their daily offerings or sign up for their longer programs. Mm-hmm. The little school. Buenos días. Pepitoria. Buenos días, gracias. Qué lindo día, mira la montañita. Magical Atitlán here at the Reserva in San Marcos. It's a beautiful Sunday morning. The water is amazing. So always avoiding poop on the floor. It's a big part of walking around in San Marcos. También tienen cositas ricas aquí. ¿No? Cornmeal waffle with cacao, bananas, jam, pumpkin spice maple syrup, which is really why I ordered it, and vegan butter.
De pollo, por favor. Un pollo al curry. Y un quesadilla con pollo, por favor. Y podemos saber uno hibiscus tea, uno dos.
Finally having some Pepian. These tacos are so freaking delicious. And David's sandwich, we're both like, wow, so impressed. Chicken and bacon and chipotle crema and pickled onions. Waiting for some of the speedboats to go by, the cannon blasts. Yes, so we've been staying in San Marcos la Laguna for just over 2 weeks now. So grateful to be here again and to be here with David, who it's his first time in Guatemala. We celebrated his birthday after the first couple days of being here. So it's just really, really special to be here with him now. I wanted to speak on my connection to El Lago, but it's kind of something that's hard to, I guess, to put into words. My connection to the lake started a long time, many years before I was able to actually come visit. It started, I would say, in 2007 when I was at the International Permaculture Convergence that happened in Brazil, which was a really extraordinary life experience for me already to begin with. Just a lot happened during that trip and that convergence. I met some incredible people from the permaculture world, like people who, the OGs of the permaculture world, if you will. So one of the people I met during the International Permaculture Convergence in 2007 in Brazil was Ronaldo Leck, who was one of the founders, the principal founder of the Mesoamerican Permaculture Institute, which is actually located here just outside one of the towns here on the lake. And, you know, he shared with us stories of the lake and about the energies here. And it was just something also in him. He is a Mayan descendant, so he's Mayan, that really resonated with me. And he wasn't a man of many words, if you will, but it was just something about his energy. And, you know, when he spoke about Lago Atitlan, just something that really resonated with me deep down. That's the part that's hard to put into words, if you will, because I didn't know why, but I just knew that I would come here to the lake at some point in my life and that there would be something important here for me. And so fast forward 14 years later, which in my mind are 2 7-year cycles. So 3 years ago now, right after I met David in Costa Rica, and I wasn't sure when I arrived here whether I would be going back to Costa Rica or, you know, what was going to happen with David at that time at all. But anyway, I remember arriving here and just the energy here was like I felt like I was tripping out the whole time I was here, and we weren't on anything, you know what I'm saying? Like we didn't partake in anything like that. So the reserve that's here behind me that we visited our first weekend here was one of the more intense places. Like when my friends and I came for our first time to the reserve, we both were just really speechless and feeling some intense feels. So there are some Mayan altars here in the reserve that you can see behind me. And there was just something really special about this place. And the whole time I was here, I felt like I was like on a different planet. And I just knew that I was receiving downloads that were meant for me. And so fast forward a couple years, again, I had returned to Guatemala. As you saw in my last video, I returned to Guatemala in 2023. And that's when I volunteered at Earth Lodge, which is in the mountains of Antigua. And at that time, I had planned on coming to the lake afterwards to also continue volunteering, teaching yoga, what have you, and spend more time at the lake. But that trip was cut short for a number of reasons, and so I didn't make it to the lake last year when I came to Guatemala. Then, earlier this year, in April of this year, I was literally online at 4 in the morning. I had already come across this job with a cacao company, but I always feel an aversion to sales. I don't consider myself a good salesperson because I'm not the type of person that will pressure anybody into anything that they aren't already, open to doing. But when I came across it again, at 4 something in the morning during this lunar eclipse that I could not sleep at all through, and that I felt something strongly, you know, coming forward for me. I just was like, you know what, I think that I'm going to apply to this job. You know, selling ceremonial grade, sustainably sourced, organic Guatemalan cacao is not the same thing as selling Teslas, which I also did many years ago. And so I literally applied for the job at 4 something in the morning. I sent them an Instagram, just kind of telling them some things about myself and my background and my experience. And by 8:30 in the morning, I had already had a reply. And literally before 10 in the morning, I had set up an interview for the following day. So it was, everything just happened, you know, how things happen sometimes when they're meant to be. It's just pum, 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 everything lines up. And the interview went incredibly well. It was just, everything flowed amazingly. And then literally 2 weeks later, for the solar eclipse, I was here in San Marcos, finishing up my training, meeting the team, and spending a month here just getting to know everybody. There's a bit of a twist, more of a twist that maybe I'll go into more detail with this particular situation in the future. But needless to say, I continue to follow my heart and just heed my intuition and be very honest with myself, and also honest with my team that I'm working with. And everything has just really opened up in such a beautiful way. It's blossomed so incredibly. And I feel really, really privileged to be able to be doing the work that I'm doing. And I know that it is also inextricably tied to what I've been calling in for years now, which is, you know, divinely guided abundance that comes from being of service to humanity, to Gaia, in service to the things that I feel are aligned with my soul's mission and my life's work and purpose. It's been really interesting. Another little aside with this is that sometimes I've felt very frustrated over the last years that I don't have a clear vision of what I should be doing, like how it should look. Sometimes I feel like I grasp a bit of this clear vision, but then other times it just kind of disintegrates. But what I've more so decided to focus on, instead of like visualizing exactly what I should be doing or what I'm going to be doing in terms of being aligned with my highest vibrational timeline, I've decided to focus more on what it is that the feelings that I'm calling in, the feelings that I'll be feeling when I've arrived, which that's a whole other conversation as well, because I know that it really is about here and now, right? So it's like, it's not about imagining where I will be in some future date where everything has fallen into place. So coming back around to the feelings that I feel with the job that I'm doing now, which is a sales job, but it entails me being the person who is connecting people around the world to cacao that is grown intentionally, you know, processed with so much love, just all the way down everybody whose hands, you know, touches the cacao that we send out into the world. There really is a sincere intention of working with Gaia sustainably, regeneratively, and sharing this medicine in the way that it is meant to be shared. There's a lot behind that. Again, I find it difficult to find the words, you know, the right words, but I hope that you out there watching this can feel the energy behind what I'm saying. And so to kind of wrap it up, going back to letting go of what being in alignment with my highest vibrational timeline in terms of where I put my energy into the work that I'm doing. I just feel so blessed that I really feel that I am doing work that has allowed me to step into manifesting abundance that I feel is coming from divine service. So that is one of the main reasons why I'm here. But I also know there's more to it. I also know that it has a lot to do with just me physically being here and receiving the energy from this place and from the ancestors and the divine spirits and the divine guardians of this land, and being here and connecting with the people here. It's just a really, really big part of my connection to Lago Atitlan, also specifically, but also just Guatemala, you know, the people here, Guatemala. Yeah, and so I'm just happy to be able to share a little slice of this with you all. I wasn't too sure about what this video, like how I would format this video or what I want to share for this video. But I'm gonna go ahead and start editing now, and we'll see what comes forth, what wants to be shared about our time here and this really, really magical place. And I hope to share more in the future as well. Besitos, love you.